Hi everyone! Welcome to DARITV, where I bring the classroom to you. I'm Hannah John, and today I'm going to invite you for an exclusive chat with Monica Lee, CEO of FrontRow Global Limited, and also one of the driving forces behind the UK's first K-pop girl group, KAACHI. Did I also mention she's an Ewha GSIS alum? Stay tuned and enjoy! Thank you so much for joining me today. So nice to see you. Hello from Seoul.
Hello from London.
So today, what I wanted to do first is to get to know Monica a little bit better. So I know you, but those who are listening might not. And so just to kind of flesh out Monica's journey. You started out born and bred in South Korea, and then you worked as a PD.
Yeah.
You were familiar with the industry, but then you entered Ewha's Graduate School of International Studies. You studied international business, and then after you graduated, almost immediately, you found yourself in London. And so I'm just curious, what led to that big jump? And so what kind of thoughts were you having at the time, and where did you get the courage?
I always admire creating something beautiful, and also I have great passion to introduce Korean cultures and Korean arts to international people. That's why I really like the job at Arirang. And by the time, I was very fortunate to attend global conference where there were international ambassadors came to Korea, introduced their startup scenes to the people while I was GSIS. There was one person from London, and he really say really nice things about London, how great the UK startup system is. The minute I heard his speech, I was realized, oh, this is where I need to go. And I just packed up and I left. I'm pretty much a woman of execution. So when I'm thinking about it, I just do it. It didn't take much of time to actually think more details or detailed plan, or like a long-term future plan, something like that. But it was more like, let's do it. I think time is now.
Let's do it.
More instinct and intuitive thoughts to come to London. Since I came here 5 years ago, I knew nothing about London because it was pretty much the first country to start my own company and business. I can really feel what he means by what is great things about London, and yeah, I can experience that since then.
You've said a lot of great things about beginning a startup in London, even if you didn't have a lot of experience globally. So when you started in London, and so looking back in the first 5 years of your career, what about London has made it easy for you to really get your feet wet in the startup scene?
London is the most vibrant city in the world. According to the research, London has the #1 startup ecosystem, but the research is done by the UK. So
I know, right?
Yes. And then a lot of Korean, South Korean policies highly inspired by the UK ecosystem. It has the top talents, and it has the most prestige school, according to the UK research. Among all the value chains and ecosystem of here in the UK is really excellent. For example, the London is twice more diverse city than the New York, which means a lot of international big companies, when they start things out, their new product, they come to London and explore the market reactions and everything, and it goes well, that means it's global. I found that this is really, really great opportunity, especially starting a new product and new company. So that was really amazing thing about London. In terms of music and the creative, you know, the London is hometown of Beatles and Adele and other famous artists. 30% of people living in London, they work in creatives. That means there are so many creative activities, new music and new arts is going on. So me, myself, and also our team, and even KAACHI are highly inspired by the new inspirations and the new atmosphere here in London.
Great. So there are a lot of things that have helped you in the early stages of your startup, and of course because you're in the creative industry, there's such a vibrant atmosphere and so many people involved. But I think at the same time you probably also face your own set of struggles or difficulties, and I'm just wondering if you could share, just frankly, because we do have students as well who are interested in your experience and what they could learn, some of the struggles and how you have overcome them.
Like I said, since 2016, I knew absolutely nothing about London. Still, I get to know London better over time. But one of the first challenges I was facing is how to pitch to new people and how to pitch to international people. So pitching and sending proposal I found it's very different from just casual talks. It has to be very precise. It has to be very attention to the detail according to who I'm pitching to. While I was graduate students, I got to meet a lot of international people, including European students. So it helped a lot. But still, since I was here, it was really challenging to actually start the conversation and lead the conversation and get some outcome according to what we hoping to. So that was a very tricky one. I remember the one networking party, 2016, and then there were a whole group of people in startup scene, and then they got to introducing themselves and then pitching what they want to. But then I was so shy. I was like at the edge of the corner, and then with my team member, and then what should I say? It took 20 minutes to actually
20 hours
and say hi. This
it
is
felt
Monica.
Like 20 hours.
Yeah, it feels like 20 hours, but it was 20 minutes, and like kind of break from my ex. Does that make sense? So, I remember
from your
this
shell,
moment
absolutely.
that it was very challenging to not just say hello, and I need to actually properly introduce what I do and what I'd like to do, and get some help and support from them. Managing and pitching to international people, that was a bit of a challenging part.
So we talked about Monica's journey, and I'd love to hear about a big part of your life right now, which is actually KAACHI. It's KAACHI.
It's KAACHI!
I'd love to hear about KAACHI's journey, especially since you're preparing for the comeback. I'm so excited for the comeback. I know that you've been working hard. I know all of the 4 members have been working incredibly hard. And I know that there are a lot of Uni-Ks out there who really care about what's happening with KAACHI in anticipation of your next music video, which should be launched very soon. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what's happened after, say, the first video, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And also how that's encouraged you over the past few months in preparation for the second music video.
Well, everybody will know that we've got huge amount of attention from international fans and also the K-pop community. We have no expectation at all. Since we started, we dropped out our first single. We kind of pick up the Western music industry model. So, let's try something new, and let's try how it works. It's pretty much like experimental, but it turns out we got massive attention, including positive and negative, as well as a lot of constructive criticisms. We took the moment to fully observe the reaction from the international fans, and we kind of jot down, what was it we're missing, what we could do better. We sort of did a lot of self-evaluation about the KAACHI, and at the same time, we are also thinking about what the message we would like to deliver to international fans, because KAACHI means in Korea value, KAACHI, and then KAACHI together. So we create value together. So that's our concept of our KAACHI. This time we'll be more strong, well prepared, and we would like to point out the message. Let's open the box of new opportunity. Our group are agreed that we are so happy to deliver this message. Unlock your magic and unlock your potential, because this is also the KAACHI's and my story as well. So we don't know what's going to happen unless we open the box. So this is our message. We've been working so hard, music-wise and also dance-wise. We've got amazing dance director and vocal directors. They've been working so hard, especially special thanks to Jae Kim and Ayeon, our amazing vocal trainers and dance trainers. A lot of K-pop experts in Korea, they're willing to help us to actually improve our potentials and our talents. So like all the help, all the support has been accumulated, and then we put it all together in the song and the music video. I think we're ready to go. I have to say confidently that people are not ready for this yet.
In a good way. In a good way. We're not ready.
In a good way. So we try really hard, and I think it came out very well. And KAACHI has been very fortunate to meet really nice film crews and music producers this time. And a lot of supporters, including Professor Chan. It's been great support, and then like mentally for me and KAACHI as well. So yes, KAACHI is coming back.
KAACHI is coming back. And
yes, it's
right
KAACHI.
around the time, it's KAACHI, and it's right around the time of Halloween. And so I think there's a lot of speculation about a concept. My feeling is that you think that we can anticipate a much more
Halloween. Yes, like a ghost
stronger
floating
Halloween.
around, pumpkins.
Is it going to be scary?
There are some scenes that could be very scary, but then in general, a little spooky and
A little spooky.
yeah, a little spooky, I have to say, because like the tone of music and also tone of music video, it's been like a little scary and a little bit magic kind of related. It's really nice timing in October. Halloween is coming up, so we are putting out a lot of very exciting, spooky elements on our teaser video. So you will see a lot of spooky scene for the teasers, but music video it may not be.
We'll be waiting in anticipation. So I know the 4 members have been working very hard, and so we have Nicole, we have Coco, we have Junseol, and we have Dani, and so they're working very hard in anticipation. You also mentioned before that there's been mixed feedback. You have some very strong supporters, but you've also faced a lot of backlash, I think. And so the girls are also young, and I know that you care for them not just as a group, they're really as if they were a family. I know that they're very strong in and of themselves, but for anyone, how do you manage?
So as a KAACHI's 엄마, KAACHI's mother, I took huge amount of responsibility in terms of like make sure that girls are okay, because in the mental and everything as an artist, I know how hard this is to take, especially since we just debuted. So it is like huge amount of my burdens as well as a producer, and also I would like to take full responsibility for in terms of any backlash for the production side of it, because this is what our team and our company did. But other than that, there are a lot of backlash and misunderstanding comes from rumors. I was very surprised by the initial rumor was like KAACHI was formed under the Simon Cowell. You know, there was like on the Twitter, there's a very, I think one of the K-pop fans, she was so upset about the fact that KAACHI is formed by Simon Cowell, and then she filmed it, angers, and then tweeted. People believe it. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? So, wow, that was wild. And then the one thing led to another. I think the girls are very mature enough to take constructive criticism and what to do for the next to make the better. I think thanks to the COVID situation, because if there is no COVID, then there is a chance that girls actually meet the people at the stage. Something dangerous thing might happen, but since we are kind of in the lockdown situations, we don't actually have a chance to meet the people in general at the moment. So I think in terms of safety wise, it's okay, but mentally, like I said, the girls overcome the rumors and misunderstanding from the international fans, and they're working so hard rather than just like into these criticisms and bullying. I'm so proud of these girls, and I'm so happy to see them. They actually overcome and step up.
Right. In an ideal world, we would have much more mobility, especially with KAACHI and their upcoming music video. Normally, if you're a K-pop group, so an idol group, in anticipation of the comeback and during kind of the comeback season, there's so much normally that happens, and so you might have a showcase, a fan meeting, and concerts, of course.
It is so true that COVID-19 has made us very difficult time in terms of lacking performance, live performance, the lacking any activity, the production activity as well, because the music studio is shut down, dance studio is shut down. There's not much of things to do here in the UK among the lockdown situation. It's a very difficult time, but as a non-producer, I wanted to see this as a new opportunity, because I was very fortunate to be highly connected with like a music, new content, new media tech company. We are exploring the new opportunity, new exposures, and new performance according to the new media technology system. For example, we will do virtual concerts with the Joy Rockers Club, and then we will do little contents collaboration with online education company. Something like this. There are some stuff that we could do within COVID situation, but it is very difficult time. I think everyone, regardless of the country, it is very difficult time.
If we had freedom of mobility, personally, I would love to see KAACHI in Korea.
Oh, yes.
And so I know the situation is very difficult. As KAACHI's 엄마, do you think that your daughters will be able to come to Korea at any point in the near future?
As a KAACHI's mother, I want to send my daughter to Korea 유학, basically. I think my daughter needs 유학길 to South Korea to explore the K-pop community and explore the more Korean like system, and also get exposure in Korea. So if anyone who watching this video, any TV channels, CJ, Music Bank, DARITV, dear people, we are willing to get the flights and then come over to Korea to showcase our music and talents here. We're definitely wanting for that, and also we are in talk with some of the people in Korea about some activity. So this might happen. I'm working so hard to send my girls to 유학길 into Korea.
In an ideal world, I know that there are some things that you might not be able to share as much as you would like because things are still in progress. When might be the earliest we could expect KAACHI?
We're expecting January 2021, and our team doing a lot of pitching. Basically, in the UK term, bloody pitching. We are working so hard to make it happen, and really, really want to go to Korea and to see how Korean people react to it. And the girls, they really, really adore Korea because they used to live in Korea for 3 months, and then they studied dance there at the 1 Million Dance Studio. Then they know the Hongdae scene. They had so much fun there, so they definitely want to go. And then even our manager Star, she's British, but then she went to Korea last year. I met her in Korea, and she say, "I'm gonna go. There is nothing to stop me. If KAACHI is going, I'm going." So this is like the vibes here in London.
Please know that you and your daughters have a home in Korea.
Yes, absolutely.
You're always welcome.
Yeah, we have a very sweet aunt. We are very excited to meet you.
If you do come, at the very least, we should do a campus tour.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ewha, because Coco is also a graduate
Yes.
of Ewha,
Yes.
as are you.
She studied Korean
so
dance there.
From Korean dance to
We
K-dance.
should do random play dance.
Random play dance.
Random play dance. Maybe I can practice
KAACHI
a little
dance as
KAACHI. Yeah, we have like little point dance.
Is this what we
Photo
can
magic.
expect?
Yes, this is a little spoiler
I will
for
practice
everybody.
this
1, 2. Photo magic.
1, 2. Oh, just
But it has a
okay.
little bit more. Yeah.
We shall see.
So I'm very looking forward to it.
So we look forward to seeing you. We look forward to seeing KAACHI, the music video, but hopefully to be able to see you in person. I wonder if you can say a word of encouragement to our students as we end today's chat.
Dear sisters, I wish you guys realize that there is no limits in your life and your potentials. I wish you guys explore much more opportunity and pursue something your heart is going for. At the same time, I want you to have fun and enjoy your life. From my case, I'm still in the journey of finding and like step by step, I'm pushing for my potential at the moment. I found it's very challenging, but at the same time, it is great rewards. With Professor Chan's class and Ewha GSI's class, I want you to remember, unlock your potential, open your box, photo magic.
Thank you so much for your time.
Dear Professor Chan and DARITV followers, thank you so much for having me today. I had so much fun. Keep following DARITV, and if you haven't followed the DARITV, I think you should. I support DARITV. I think it's an amazing channel. DARITV 응원합니다. 사랑해요 DARITV. 화이팅! It's KAACHI!